what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Armand, and we are back in the studio for another video. But this video is a little bit different because it's going to be more of an interactive video slash kind of just, I don't even know if I would call it an event because I'm not really upset. It was just an observation. So if you're a return subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome and hello. I'm still drinking. I've drinking a lot, which means I'm still burping. However, I just want to see what you guys thought about this. There is the call-in line is open. I don't have the answer to this question, so I'm trying to figure out if maybe someone else does. So I've noticed on YouTube, and I'm not even just talking about this sector or drama sector, or I'm talking about the mukbang. I'm talking about, it could be makeup, hair reviews. I mean, it could be a plethora of different sectors, the drama community or the commentary sector. It seems as though the commercial YouTuber slash the mainstream slash the non-black, maybe even, white YouTuber, they seem to get like thousands of views in minutes and hundreds of thousands of views. And there's a lot of us, whereas I know, all the black people don't get along, but, there's a lot of people that put a lot of hard work into their quality of their stuff. There's a lot of people that edit. There's a lot of people that, really do a lot. And, I'll even say for our sector, we don't even have a person that's at 1 million views. I think Impressive is literally one of the ones that's the closest, and I think, and then it's Lovely T. However, it's just like, I don't see why we're not being shot up like that, or even in the food sector. I think it's like B Loves Life, like she's the only black that I know of. I mean, the most popular one that does the food, the mukbangs, that has like 1 million subscribers. However, I go look at this, like the white guy and the Chinese girl and this one, they all hit 1 million easily. They drop I think what's her name? Stephanie Sue, something like that. I don't know. I was over there looking at they drama. She had dropped a video within 26 minutes, had 30,000 views. It was like something crazy, like astronomical. Like within seconds, they be having like hundreds of thousands of views. And I was just wondering what you guys might think is the reason why, black YouTube, doesn't matter the sector, because for every category or subcategory, however you want to call it, there is a black sector of that. So whether it's the commentary sector, whether it's a Criminal Minds, whether it's a beauty, whether it's a mukbang or mukbang, whether it's a story time, there's still a black sector of that YouTube, whether it's news. And I just feel like, whether it's spirituality, whether it be like tarot or astrology, it seems as though like the majority of the viewers and like the videos that are getting pushed right now are either to non-black content creators and or celebrities. So I was just wondering, like, what you guys thought about that. Call in and let me know. Like, this is more of an open discussion versus me telling you, because I honestly don't know. So it will be interesting to know what you guys think. I don't want to be on here all night, but I just kind of want to know, what do you guys think? Why do you think that this happens? Yes, Life with Ange. I wish you would call in because you were verified and everything, and then you just stopped. And I think they took your verification. Private caller, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Girl, I don't want to talk to you. Girl, you trying to get some clout. I know who you are, girl. Shut your dumb ass down. You're not getting over here. Anyway, you got enough clout on this channel. Get out of here. Anyway, let me take another call. 617-3227. You're live on the air.
Hi,
Hey, what's going on?
I'm on. I think one of the things I always feel like with black YouTubers, a lot of times they don't get they unless they, and this is kind of sad, but unless they're kind of like trucking and driving, like they don't really get like a lot of ads. Like I'm not saying like they're selling out, but like a lot of black YouTubers, a lot of times like if you're not palatable, like you're not gonna get like people who want to like put ads on your channel and sponsors. Like, unfortunately, white people and non-black people, like they just unfortunately like they're just seen as like, oh, like non-threatening outside the gate. Where when you're black, it's like you have to like prove yourself a little bit more, and prove you have an audience, and prove you can sell stuff. And it is really, it's just really sad. But and also like I also feel like, not saying that white people don't really have drama, because I'm pretty sure in like the white
Oh
sector, like
no.
they got drama just like us. But I just feel like sometimes like maybe our black drama sometimes outdoes the
I
content. I don't
disagree.
know. Like I
No,
feel
no.
like
The reason why I
you
disagree.
know you
No,
disagree.
I disagree, and I disagree strongly because I was thinking that too. Because I was thinking, does our sector only have drama? But no, you know how like so we do commentary. So we do commentary on celebrities, right? And then there's a
Mhm.
subsector what we call the Section 8 sector or whatever, and they do commentary on each other, or then they do commentary on the commentators that do commentary on the celebrities.
Mhm.
So there's the subsector
Yeah.
that does commentary on us, where we do commentary on the celebrities.
Mhm.
Then, but in the like the beauty, or I say the mainstream or the white side, because you notice they've all
Mhm.
taken the word T and added it to their channels. Where T we
Mm.
all know comes from black gay
Yeah. Black.
community.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
Mhm.
but now T has been gentrified all across,
Mhm.
like in every white. And now they've taken the name now, and they're not commentary. Like we get celebrity gossip, we get got now they
Yeah.
get this thing called drama channels. Okay,
Mhm.
so they're drama and T channels, and so what
Yeah.
they do, and now there are quote unquote drama channels that cover drama channels. However,
Mhm.
but then the intermediate drama channels, they cover like the um Jeffree Star, James Charles, they cover the big
Yeah.
YouTubers. And
Mhm.
then the
Yeah.
subsector, they cover like the drama channels that cover the big YouTubers. So, and I've literally been watching like
Mhm.
Petty Page. I like Petty Page, but there is like drama
Mhm.
channels that are dragging her, and I'm watching Nick Snyder and Dustin Daly and Petty Page, and go back and forth with these different drama channels that are like dragging Petty Page, and like she's had to get off of Twitter and she quit doing her YouTube channel doing drama because of that. There's people that hate Rich Lux, and there's a bunch of that, and then there's the guy that's Drama Alert. He does like
Mhm.
he does the like the big, and he has 5 million, like he's like the Tasha K in my opinion over of the YouTubey stuff. Like he only covers the YouTubers, but he's got 5 million subscribers. He can drop a video in moments and have 500,000 views on it. And it's like, while he's good,
Mhm.
it's like I don't think that he's better than anybody else over here. Like I don't think that he's
Mhm.
necessarily better than Tasha or better than Lovely T, or you know what I'm saying. So it's like, why it aren't our people being pushed as much is what I think is interesting. And he has a lot of
Well,
drama.
I also feel like there's more of them than there is of us. Like you said, like there's only what Tasha, Lovely T, Impressive, you. But in terms of like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, there's only like, and Jackie Anna, like she has a million views. I mean, a million subscribers. But other than that, like for every what 5 of us, there's like 10 of them. So like, of course, it's gonna look like. Of course, the ratio is not gonna be the same. But like, I just feel like for instance, the only like
Okay,
white drama I only
let's
know was
take
like
B
that
Love's
whole
life.
James Charles
Let's
situation.
take B Love's life. B
Hmm?
Love's life. She's got like two
Yeah.
million subscribers. Her views, I mean,
Mhm.
they're okay, like they're good, but
Yeah.
Stephanie
They're not
So,
getting like
Nick
she's not
Cotto
getting like millions
Avocado,
of
they
views.
could drop a video
Yeah.
and they will kill her in views, and they have
They
less
get millions of
subscribers.
views in a day or two.
They have less
It's like,
subscribers than her.
damn. Yeah. I know. I don't know. I don't know what it. I'm not saying like maybe their views are just more. Maybe their viewers are more dedicated. I just feel. I also feel like white people get to be a lot more mediocre and get more views. Like I feel like they, like you said, they could take a, a picture of a chair and it'll get like thousands of views. Where like when you're black, it's like you got to put in like so much work just to
Hmm.
like get half of what they have. Unfortunately, it's like really interesting, and a lot of times, especially when you're a commentary channel, if you're talking about like racism or sexism, some that stuff don't really, YouTube don't really like that kind of stuff. And like, so like, unfortunately, like I don't really hear a lot about like, the white drama. Like the last time I did was James Charles and that Tati lady.
That's because you're
But
not
like, other than
looking.
that, I don't.
Yeah, I
That
used
is
to
true, and
think
I will
I
say
used to, I used
proximity.
to feel that way. I used to
Yeah,
feel that way, and see, I'm
yeah.
done putting it on just our sector because literally they're beefing in the
Mhm.
mukbang sector right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they beef
Yeah.
in there's drama for every sector, so it's not just this one. So
Every sector.
that's no
But if you're
excuse.
only in the black sector, then like I do, like I would say proximity matters. So if you're only subscribed to Lovely T, you, Tasha K, and a couple other people, then you're only gonna know about the drama within us. But like if you're not looking at like a bird's eye view, then it's gonna like then you have to be like you can't just subscribe to five people and then be like, well, all these YouTubers are drama filled. It's like, well, you only subscribing to five people. If you're more broad and more, then you realize everybody's fighting. But I just feel like white people just they get more views doing basic stuff. No shade, but black people, it's like we have to like just grind and prove ourselves to get ads and sponsors and also like maintain integrity. Not saying the white people don't maintain integrity, but I mean it's just very, very, very different. Unfortunately, it's
Thank
just
you,
so
boo.
hard to like break that, that ceiling.
Thanks for calling in. We haven't heard you. You missed the
You
Nikki
too.
topic today. I don't know where you were at.
I did.
Yes.
I was hanging with some friends, but I
Uh,
I saw. I was like, oh well, I'll catch it up. I'll watch it later.
bye.
All right, bye.
All right, let me see Ange. Okay. Ange, okay. Hey Angie.
Hey,
Okay,
hey,
so
love, how are
yeah,
you?
good. You've been following me for a while. You've been supporting for a long time. Thank you
I
for
love
that.
you. Listen, I was following you on Facebook. Okay.
Wow. And see,
Yes,
a lot of people don't
I
know.
started
You have a YouTube channel with over how many subscribers?
over 100,000, and since I stopped in 2016, I believe was my last video, I've dropped to about 10,000 subscribers.
Are you serious? You dropped?
Yeah, I dropped down to 10,000. I lost 10,000
No,
subscribers
girl.
since I've quit in 2016.
No, I see
Beth,
105,000
thank
subscribers
you
on your
so much
page
for
right
tuning
now.
in today. I know it's
Oh, I don't even pay attention. It's been so long. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
So yeah, and you were verified and everything. So what happened? Why
I
did you
was.
quit? So tell me what you think was going on. Like, cause I'm new to this. You've been on here. You know how this game go.
Yeah, well, I started doing YouTube in 2009 before people were making money. So at first it was just something for me to do. I was married. I didn't have no hobbies. And my husband brought me a laptop, and I just started making videos. I discovered YouTube. I think it had been out for a few years. I started watching videos. I love makeup, so that's pretty much where I went in the beauty community side because I do makeup, and I just wanted to play as a makeup. And at first it was just for fun. Then I got monetized. Then it became a lot of, I don't know, it wasn't as fun because it became more like a job versus me just want to do it just as a hobby. But then it became a job. I actually was able to quit my corporate job because I was making quite a bit of money
Yeah,
on
I know how
YouTube
it
or
is.
whatever. Yeah, so you quit your job. I was doing that for about maybe 4 years. Then I had to go back to corporate because I decided not to do YouTube again. But it's just so different now. And my issues with YouTube, and I was just telling my husband this because he was like, he doesn't really get it because he's not in the YouTube community like that. So I was even telling him just now, the fact that YouTube has an event around the country or the world called Black YouTube. Like, why do we have to have a YouTube Black?
Right.
Why do we have to automatically be discriminated against? You know what I'm saying? So it automatically puts us at a lower level. Like, are we not good enough to go to the other events? Or, you know, why can't we be invited to these other events? You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to discriminate against us from the beginning? So it's just, I've seen it all. I've seen, you know, and even like you were saying in the Black community, like B Loves Life. She is doing amazing.
Yeah.
But for a Black woman, she's doing amazing.
Yes,
you know what
she
I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, her numbers are low.
Her numbers are
to
low compared to people in her genre that are the white people that are beneath her. Yeah, her numbers are not that high.
Yeah, and the Asians. Don't forget them.
And the Asians, right.
Asians, yes. So, yeah, it's just a really sad situation. I just couldn't involve myself in it, but I will tell people who are interested in it and who you know, are in it right now, maybe just started a year or two ago. I would say the key to it is consistency. Just keep building. Just try to block out the negativity if this is something that you truly enjoy and it's something that you really want to do. So, I mean, kudos to you. Armand, I'm extremely proud of you. You came up really fast. Like, it took me a minute to get those 100,000. So I'm sure you'll get that by the end of the year.
But it's hard. It's hard. So you know what I mean? It's hard trying to get there,
hard.
Especially, you know, trying to grow and, you know, never mind the drama. Because, you know, it's niggas watching, trying to say, you know, he's this, he's that. But, you know, coming up with content every day and trying to grow and, you know, when you get to that point where you kind of get burned out, or then you might even feel like you get to that plateau. It's just, there's times that I'll be like, all right, y'all, I want to get me a job, you know, because it's like, I feel like as a Black YouTuber, and at first I used to feel like it was the sector that I'm in, but I realized it's YouTube across the board for Black people in general. And from what I've noticed, because a lot of people even like to use the thing like, well, a lot of you guys in this sector, you guys beef with each other. Bloggers are always going back and forth. Let me tell you something. It's drama in every sector. However, Rich Lux can drop a video right now and it'll be, you know, 50,000 views. You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, he's a prime example. He has a fraction of the followers of Lovely T. But if Rich Lux dropped a video on the same topic as Lovely T, he probably would blow her out of the water with views.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like there's a team. I feel like there's a team that we don't know about and at the YouTube headquarters that decide who they want to be successful, you know, and that goes in every sector. Like, I think they decide on who they want to be successful at the end of the day. And I'm not taking away from their hard work that they put in because it is hard work. But I do feel like they push certain people to become more successful than others. From my personal experience.
Well, because I personally feel like Lovely T should have been at 1 million at this point.
Absolutely. She's been doing this just as long as I was doing it. So, yeah, she definitely deserves 1 million or more.
You know, and there's like other YouTubers that are like in our sector that have like 300,000, 100-some thousand. They'll drop a video and it's like 5,000 views. It's like, why? It's like that the math, it's like, come on, like it's not even making sense. Like their video, but then YouTube will keep suggesting me Sweetie's mukbang video every day, even after I hit not interested.
Right.
I'm like, I don't give a damn about Sweetie's video.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's why I feel like they push certain videos, certain people. So.
All right, love. Thanks for calling in.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. All right, let's see what some more people have to say. 619-4205. You're live on the air.
Hi, Armand. How are you?
Hey, Bill. What's going on?
Hi, I'm good. I just wanted to comment on some things that you said.
Okay.
First, I want to start off by saying that I have no doubt what you guys are saying about the algorithm is correct. I'll always click on and I'll see weird videos that I've never seen before, you know, or people that I've never watched. But I do want to speak on the more of the viewer side of things.
Okay.
You know, number one, I watch YouTube across the board. So I watch all different type of content. And it's a few things I noticed. Number one, in the white sectors, they reach back their hand and they pull each other up no matter how many subscribers they have. Like, I watch mukbangs and all different kind of stuff, and I notice even if the subscriber count is small, they will pull each other. They will sit and eat together. They will collaborate on drama together and different things like that. I don't see a lot of collaborations going on in a black sector of it, of them pulling each other up. Another thing that I noticed is Black people, especially your core audience, women, and this is not all women, so I don't want nobody to think I'm saying all women, are very fickle with who they watch. They watch people who look like them, or watch people who only they can relate to. They don't watch YouTube across the board for different type of content. And I think then it becomes hard on the creator, because instead of branching out, you have to kind of stick to what your core audience would watch. You know, so I think that's the other thing. You know, so those are some of the things that I've noticed, because and the other guy who called before, the only people he named was the main big headliner YouTubes, which proves my point that Black people don't watch YouTube across the board.
Right.
They watch what they watch, and that's it.
Well, and that'd be my thing. I don't like when they try to make it seem as though all of us in this sector are just beefing, because that's not true either.
Yeah.
That's not true.
And that's the craziest thing to me, because I watch YouTube across the board, and the things that I see be crazy. And another thing, because of our community and because we don't like things that's super out of the ordinary, we Black people don't have the time to be super unproblematic, like Trisha Paytas now. And they can be super unproblematic, super problematic, super weird, super creepy, and still get views. A Black creator cannot do that, because they wouldn't get the views, because it doesn't relate to the person it may not relate to the person that's watching experience. You get what I'm saying? So for us in this world where we always looking for things that relate to us and different things like that, that's why I think Black people watch only what relates to them versus white people, because the world is created for them. They watch almost anything.
Well, even like that's what I was even saying as far as like, you know, the people that do commentary. Like, I've seen some of Keemstar's videos, but to me, you know, he's no different than, like, as far as like a draw. Like, I think that Tasha K's videos, even though we not cool like that, but her videos are more entertaining than his, and he will blow. Like, he got 5 million fucking subscribers. It's like, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But
it's weird.
Speaks to an audience that actually supports him, that's not actually fickled. And another thing I noticed, over there, fake outrage is to a minimum, because it's minimum fake outrage. You know what I'm saying? Just until they apologize, just until it's done, then people will start rolling back. It ain't like that in the Black sector. You do something, they gonna try to really, really take you down. Because I watched the whole Laura Lee Manny MUA thing happen, and then I go back and watch how they view count is still the same after all that drama. Where if you go to the Black sector and somebody do something, they will not let it go.
No, well, girl, you know I know that.
Yeah, so I just watch. So I think it has a lot to do with YouTube and its algorithm, but I also think it has a lot to do with who your core audience is. Because I go on YouTube on Lovely T videos, and I see people say, "Oh, her content is boring. It don't have enough but it's all facts." So do we only want entertainment in this community, or do we want?
And see, that's where I get frustrated, because
content?
I could say I don't get along with every YouTuber in this sector, but I could say, you know, a lot of us, you know, put in, like, our stuff looks pretty decent. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of these, some of these channels are streaming off of their iPhones, and they're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views. And it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
But the expectation in this community and the bar is set so high. And I noticed that, and I don't understand that. Another thing, too, amongst my friends, I am really the only one who heavily watch YouTube. And literally, my friends hit me with, "Why are you doing that white people stuff?" How is it white people stuff? That's another thing. You know, so I just watch from the view perspective, and I see, like, a lot of my friends are really not into it. You know, but even the ones who are into it, I notice they watch people who don't look like them, but they are the type of people who can mold to any kind of content, you know, anything. So I just watch the viewers too, and I think that's the major difference.
Yeah, I think that you hit some things on the head. I think that you hit some. So you think, because you don't be having it with the viewers, and you don't be having it with these Black women. You do not be playing with them, because so you think.
Yeah, and I love when you make different content, but I noticed that when you make different content, your numbers look different. But when you talk about the Nicki Minaj, all the stuff that don't interest me, I still watch because I believe a support is a support. Even if I have to stream it in the background of my car, I'm a support you, so I watch.
Right.
But it's not necessarily things that I'm interested in. But I noticed that when you make other content, relatable content, you get so much backlash for stuff that should be relatable and should be debatable.
Right. Or then they won't watch, like they will watch a Nicki Minaj, a Cardi B. They'll want me to be here to drag a Tasha K. Like, you know what I mean? If I then they'd be there for that. However, but see, is that us, or is that the audience that I've garnered? You know what I mean? Or is that like, damn, is that all we're here for? Is just like the straight up salacious beef, or do we want to have like real conversation?
And I'm doing air quotes, entertainment thing about it. And I feel like that's what it is, you know? Like I told you, I be on Lovely T, and I think she produces quality. But I would literally say how women think she's boring, how women think she this, how women think she that. Or I'll be on some of the big popular ones too. It's funny that you brought up Petty Page. Petty Page crosses over very well, and I feel like she gets the support that she get because she can reach a white audience too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I like Petty Page.
But
I like her. A lot of people don't like her. I like Petty Page. I met her. She's cool. I like her. Like, you know what I mean? But I think that she tapped in to that white side, to that side of, you know, the beauty industry. You know, that beauty, and you type into that, it's like views out the wood. Like in 1 minute, you got 10,000 views. It's like, what the fuck, you know? And I was like, when the James Charles stuff was happening, it was so crazy because it was like channels with 50,000 subscribers was getting 300,000 views on videos. And I remember I did a video, and I think I got like completely demonetized, and I got like 7,000 views on it. And I think Lovely T did a video on it, and I think at best she might have gotten 20,000 views on the video. It was, but if they do a Wendy Williams video, they get views still. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's an audience thing. The audience support them no matter what they dishing out. And I noticed that because some stuff I watch, I'm like, this is creepy. How does this have 100K views? The audience support them no matter what they watch, what they doing.
Yeah.
So, but
thank you, Bill. All right. Let's
You're
take another caller. Yeah, so we opening up the lines. Let me see. We got another. Oh, I just hung up on you. Sorry, I don't have anybody. Somebody said speak to Tasha K. Armand Short. What? Hey, girl. What are you talking about? I don't see her in the chat. Don't listen. Don't come with the. Y'all trying to start some shit. I don't have time for that. I'm not in that today. Let me take another call. 843-2497. You live on the air.
Hey, Armand.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just started watching the live, and it's a really great topic, and I just thought I would call. It's my first time calling in.
Oh, yeah, call in. Let us know what you think.
I watch, a lot of your videos, but I do believe that YouTube has an agenda. They really want their platform to be, I hate to use the word whitewashed,
okay,
but I see a lot more things being pushed in terms of recommendations by YouTube, and I'm constantly hitting not interested, and they're constantly putting, these things in my face that I say that I'm not interested in. And for example, I do see a lot more celebrities that have YouTube channels now.
Yes, I'm over that.
I am so over it. Like, for example, even though Candy is not white, her videos get recommended to me all the time. I don't hate on her success. Good for you. You use Real Housewives of Atlanta to market your businesses all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to watch you on YouTube because I want to see like real content creators, and I just don't think that it's fair. But I believe that YouTube wants their platform to be more whitewashed. And even if the celebrities aren't white, for example, it just seems like they really want it to look a certain type of way. So, for example, I have a YouTube channel, and I've been on the platform for a few years now, but I'm also really busy because I have a brick and mortar business that I've been doing for many, many years.
Yeah.
So I don't do a lot of entertainment type of videos. I do a lot of educating and, talking about
Hold
business.
on. Let me see.
And
There to be a mess in the chat. Leave Tasha alone in the chat. If she in the chat, let her be in the chat. I hope they not. If anybody's being messy in the chat, delete them because we're not doing that today. Go ahead, caller.
yeah. Oh, no problem. But yeah, I was just saying that it's it's not a lot of entertaining that I do. And I do feel that the content, is good, but I do feel that there are people who are, because I'm Black, I might not sound like it, but I'm Black, and I feel like there may be people that do similar things that I do, and they get way more views, and they've been on the platform for less time than I've been on it, and it is a bit frustrating. It really is.
It is, and it is okay. So when we talk about the celebrities, that's a whole nother thing that grinds my gears, because it's like, and I know a lot of us YouTubers, and I feel like I'm speaking for us all. I don't know, but I feel like we reach out to these different celebrities, especially as bloggers that actually talk about these celebrities,
Right.
And they want to put us through hell just to try to get a response from them, or they want to be paid, they want to do this, they want to do that. And then all of a sudden, I'm not going to say any names because I don't want anybody to feel any kind of way, but I'm starting to see them all of a sudden. All these celebrities now are promoting their YouTube channel. They have podcasts that they're doing now, and it's the DJs, it's the washed up rappers, it's the D-list love and hip hop stars. Like, it's like everybody's coming over here now, but they will try to downplay us as YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nigga, don't downplay. Like, we got the same equipment as you. We do the same thing, but it's like these celebrities, they immediately come over here. Y'all know I can't stand Candy. Listen, call me a hater. I will be a hater with Candy. I am a little hater. I'm gonna be real with you, because I feel like Candy just want to take all the money. Candy want to take all the money from everybody. She trying to get all the money.
It's true.
And the other one, I love Nene, but Nene could kiss my butt too, because when Nene came onto the platform, she tried to give her like, well, I'm calling into your live. Girl, you calling into my show because now you have a closet show on YouTube with several ads in it. Like, don't try to downplay it, bitch. Like, don't pull it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll do that, but meanwhile, they want you to subscribe to their channel because they feel like there's a bag over here to get.
And that's all it is. That they, the people who are on YouTube who've been doing it, like you've been doing it, others are doing it, like, I've been doing it. You have a passion to share what you want to share. Even if you're not getting paid for it, there are many videos I'm sure you've done that have not been monetized. Do it. You're not like.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but what the hell is the Shekinah Joe show? Like, no shade to Shekinah, but who's watching that? I've never watched a single episode of Shekinah.
No, because it's like, this should be a place, YouTube. It should be people like you, like me, like us. We didn't have the opportunity to get on a television show or get on a radio show, get some type of notoriety and fame someplace else. And then it's like, oh, they can make money over there. Let me go over here too. And then I just get a quick, 50,000 subscribers in 50 minutes. And then, and they just keep recommending our videos to the people who are on YouTube, and it just continues to grow, and they're just getting another bag. I don't hate on anybody getting their money, but it just makes it harder for just organic people to get on the platform and begin, because you got all of these people coming over here, taking it, and YouTube wants the platform to look a certain type of way. So that's why, they came up with, are your videos targeting children, and, wanting to demonetize. And it's just like, it's not fair. So they really wanted to look a certain type of way. So, I got, a little bit frustrated. I'm still doing my videos because I have a passion to do it. I'm still doing my business as well, that I do on a very regular basis. But I get it. I believe you're right. It's just, they wanted to look a certain type of way. So yeah, I do believe that a lot of the white channels get a lot more views a lot easier than people like us. who look
Yeah, I
like
think
us.
so. And I don't even think that it's, I mean, it's like, I would say white and non-black. Like, you know what I mean? Because like the Asians, they
Right.
shoot up and the, it's,
Oh my
they
gosh.
get like, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter the sectors. Like I was just sitting upstairs and I was just like watching because I was like, I like to, me, I'm a gossiper. So I'm looking at all, because I'm trying to see like, are we the only, is the celebrity gossip sector the only sector that has people that drama between the two, and then they have drama channels, if you will, that report on the
Right.
drama channels. And no, they don't. Like literally, I'm watching people eat food and gossip and expose each other. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is not
Exactly.
just our sector. But it's like even with the expose videos that the white content or the non-black content creators do, I mean, they can put out a video. It's 11,000 likes and 429,000 views and 10,000 comments. I'm like, God damn, in 18 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa.
Right.
And I mean, it's no extraness on the thumbnail. It's just them on the screen like this.
Right.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Like, are you kidding me?
It's crazy. It's crazy. And like the last caller was saying, and I agree with her, the fact that they even have YouTube Black. You know, it's already like they were already segregating the Black content creators from everyone else. Because, I mean, I could be wrong, but I've never heard of a YouTube Asian, YouTube Hispanic, YouTube, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I don't think, I believe you're right. I don't think what they're doing is right, but I just believe they want their platform to look a certain type of way. So I agree with you on that. So I just thought I would call in and
Thank you for that.
see if I could get through and chat with you about that. So thank you. And just to let you know, I go by the Minister of Beauty on YouTube.
Yes,
so
the Minister of,
yes.
I was going to say, shout out your channel here. And, we're doing that today. You can do that. We're going to, Black creators, let's try to shout each other out. You can get that. The Minister of Beauty, go check her out. Okay. Thank you for calling in.
I appreciate it. Keep doing your thing.
All right.
All right, love. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So 575-4931. What do you think? What's the difference between Black YouTube and, non-Black YouTubers? Why do you think the views are different? Why do you think the subscribers hit differently? What's your input on that?
What's up, Armand? This is Travis.
What's going on, bro?
I had to catch this show. Hey, I had to catch this show because it's just so funny that this is a topic, because I was just thinking about this probably a few days ago. Because I was just looking at, different content creators like doing the same thing, and I see more of, Black.
Hold on,
YouTubers,
Travis. Hold on. I want to read
content,
Tasha's comment. Hold on. She said, let's not forget Marcus Brown. I haven't heard of him. Jackie, and I think she does the makeup. B-Love. They're all 100% of popular Black YouTubers. Zoe, Nicole, TV, yes. Ken and Deara, yes. But I don't watch all of them. But I will say I was watching B-Love today, and even with her being as popular as she is, I feel like she's still not getting the views that she deserves on her videos. I don't know about the other ones. I haven't really got into them as much. I'll probably get into them later. But I think Zoe still does pretty good. He does pretty good. But for the I still don't feel like even the big YouTubers still get like on their level. I still don't feel like they're getting as much views as their, I guess, counterparts or colleagues that are at their same subscriber level as them. I could be wrong, but I'm just kind of not. I don't think that that's happening. Okay, go ahead, Travis.
Okay, well, I see your point as well. But I was gonna say that I really agree with you when it comes to, I guess, white people get more views than Black people. But it's to a certain degree because I watched this one guy. His name is Marquise Brownlee, and what he does, he talks about a whole bunch of technology, like new products that come out, and he has over 10 million followers on his page. And I guess it depends on the content and the genre of YouTube that you're putting out as well. So, and also, I don't know, they watch him, and that's because he seems very prim and proper. So the way he comes off to people, like Black people and white people can relate to him. Whereas, like, when you do your YouTube, you have banter with us or whatnot.
Yeah.
And like we find you funny, but a lot of people outside of the Black community doesn't get our humor like that.
Right.
But so that's why they probably don't even.
But my thing is, even with that, if we talking about, like, I'm taking me out of it because I'm new to the game. I'm talking about even people like Lovely T or people that is kind of like we should have had a celebrity gossip person at 1 million. And like, and see, I want to say another person's channel, but I don't want them to. I don't want anyone to take this like I'm being shady. So I'm not trying to give specific examples because I'm not even talking about necessarily me. But there's channels in this sector that have like 300,000 subscribers, 100, but they still averaging 5,000, 6,000 views. Whether if they were in another sector, they drop a video, it's 18,000 views in 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not understanding why the notifications ain't hitting the same.
Well, I could tell you when I look at I guess your content, I do get other content creators that does the same thing as you as suggestions. But also I've been seeing a lot of other than white people slide in there as well. And I'm like, I don't want to watch that because I don't feel like that can be anything that I will relate to. What you say, people watch things that they can relate to. But also with the 2-3 callers before, she said that she watches like everything across the board, which I do too as well. Like I see a lot of content with couples and stuff. Like give me ideas of what to do and what not to do, funny stuff. Yeah. And I notice a lot of people that's like in interracial couples like that, they get more views than anybody that's in the, like, if it's 2 Black couples, they don't get as many views as, a white couple or interracial couple like that as well. So your title, I guess, when you says like with why white people get more views, that's completely accurate. I agree with you with that. And that's my thing is I try to promote your channel on my Instagram as much as I can.
And I love you for that.
I find your content funny.
I love you for that.
I find your content funny. Right. And I'm like, he's really, really good. Like I don't and I'm very selective. I'm very selective who I watch. So
and I hope no one's taking, and I know you not, because I know you love me, but I just hope no one's taking it like I'm taking this personal. It's just something that I've noticed through YouTube, because now I'm just paying attention through to different things. So yeah, I noticed that. But thank you, Travis, and you've always been a supporter. And I even seen you telling people they should watch me, and I've seen you also sharing other YouTuber Black content creators. So thank you for doing what you can to keep your favorites in rotation.
I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh. I watch y'all because y'all make me laugh. And Lovely T, I'm subscribed to her too. But people say they don't like her. She is hilarious to me. The stuff, how she say things, I just be like, oh my God. I just start cracking and dying. All y'all be doing the same thing, so I love it. I love the humor.
Thank you so much. I get it. And then people keep saying in the comments, they're saying like impressive. Listen, I think impressive is great as well, as far as like putting together a story. Too, yeah. Yeah, my mom has even sent me impressive videos before. However, I'm not taking anything away from her. I just feel like Lovely T has still been on here longer, and so it's a lot. So that's why I feel like even before impressive, Lovely T should have gotten to that 1 million. And Lovely T has literally been featured on television. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no cap. Like she's done this. Like I've watched old videos of Lovely T, like in the grind, going back and like going with the microphone, doing the like little street stuff, talking. Like she's literally putting the work. She's moved to LA. She's done a lot, and she's done this, with her face on camera. Now, impressive. While she's great, and I'm not comparing the two because I think that they will get there. However, I just don't know for me, and I have to say for me personally, this is no shade to impressive. It's not going to hit the same for impressive to get 1 million versus if it was a Lovely T. I'll be honest, it would hit harder for a Tasha, Lovely T, now a Daytime, and it would be no shade to a Chronicle Speaks, but let's just say Chronicle Speaks, and I like Chronicle, but say she wouldn't hit 1 million. that wouldn't hit the same to me because they don't show their face. So you're really not taking any accountability for the things that you've said. So you can say things. It takes a lot to stick your face out here and risk, people wanting to attack you. You can sit behind the camera and behind the screen and pretty much say anything and go along with your merry way and nobody knows you. You know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot of accountability to sit here and get done up, put an opinion, put a face to your opinion, and sit in that shit for hundreds of thousands, and some of these channels, millions of people to sit and scrutinize you and judge you and threaten you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, for me, it's no shade. I swear it's no shade. But for me, it would hit differently than for a person that shows their face to get 1 million than it would for a person that don't show their face to get 1 million. It don't hit the same for me.
Right. I get it. I completely get it. But just keep doing what you do, honey.
Yeah.
You're doing the best for me, because I always tune in to watch.
Thank
even
you.
if I don't miss, even if I miss a live, I watch it and I'll be like, what the hell? So I watch it.
Yes. Thank you. I love you, Travis.
No problem, boo.
All right, yeah. So I hope nobody took any shade by that, because I love all the content creators. However, it's something about that face accountability. And I don't know, like, for those people that get on camera, like, I'll let you know, sometimes it's easier to get up there and you can always tell when a content creator is like not in the mood or not ready, because they'll get behind that thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work. And then, to edit and do all that. And then, a lot of people don't realize live streaming, that's a whole nother beast. People think it's easy because you don't edit and this, that, third. However, in the celebrity gossip world, there's sometimes that we have to sacrifice a lot of time for the content. We have to be on all day. We have to be ready for something all day. And then for us to live stream, it's like we got to pull the receipts together, edit this and crop this together and have the storyline outline. And then we have to put on energy. And some of us have, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, whatever. That's a lot of energy. And then once we get off, there's probably that other sector that does commentary on the commentators. So depending on what we said or what we didn't say, there's somebody scrutinizing you there, so it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. But this is what we signed up for. However, there's a lot of accountability when you show your face. And so it's just a different respect level that I have for those, whether I like you or not. There's a different respect level I have for those people that get on camera every day and say what they mean and mean what they say, and they put their face to it. Because that's a lot. All right. 973-8776.
Oh, that's me. Hi,
Yes.
How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Love your song. I love your song. I shared it with everybody, with a couple of DJs. I love that song.
Thank you.
Yes, I did. Okay, I'm calling because I seen your title. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, Bill.
I subscribe to anytime somebody black come across the YouTube thing, even if I don't watch them or anything, I subscribe to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand you guys' plight, and you don't get the recognition that you guys deserve for the work that you do. And unfortunately, that's just across the board with a norm in black with black society anyway.
Uh-huh.
We don't get the respect that we do. And so I just want to commend you all for your work ethic, because you guys do put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the only unfortunate thing that I do see sometimes is that when we turn against each other, they're trying. Yeah, it's like that old slave mentality. Master gonna get mad if more than one of us succeed.
Well,
so
you know why that happens, though.
Well,
you know why that happens, though, because people. I mean, I feel like, okay, so now that I'm talking to you, I can kind of, because it happens. Let's be very clear. It happens in the mainstream or the white sector as well. However, everybody's making money and everybody's eating, and everybody's getting views. So it works. You get what I'm saying? However, in this sector,
Right.
it just seems as though, you know, everybody's not eating, or everybody's not gaining off of it, when, you know, everybody's not gaining the same. So it's like, you know, people will, like, they're not so quick to work together. They're not so quick to shout each other out, because we know that we see that there's only that one black spot. And it's no shade against you, but girl, I want that spot. You know what I mean? And if it's only
Right.
one black spot, then I want it, you know? And so unfortunately, the system is designed for us not to work together, because, you know, if you want something and I want something and there's only one spot, I love you to death, but girl, my family is relying on this. So I'm going to do what I have to do to get this spot. And you're going to do the same thing. So then we're automatically in competition, versus I feel like on the other side, you know, it's just different, man. I don't know. I feel like they should just get pushed, like everybody.
They're yelling, we could all be winners.
Yeah.
They're yelling, we could all be winners because they're entitled to that. But guess what? We are too.
Yeah.
And who said it has to be? It has to be one spot for black. Only one black person can stand out. We don't have to. We don't have to bow to their structure. Make
Right.
your own fucking structure, and then you gotta realize YouTube and them, they all part of that game. Cause I have plenty of people I subscribe to. Like I say, every time I see a black face, I just subscribe. And guess how many notifications I get a day about YouTube channels going live or going on air? About 2 or 3.
Wow.
Ask me why, and hit the little bell.
Well,
YouTube
YouTube was actually unsubscribing people from my channel. The lady sent me a video. No, she literally sent me a video of her subscribed. She subscribed 5 times, and they unsubscribed her 5 times. She had to keep subscribing from my channel. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And you know I'm not making this up. And here's the thing. Now, everybody can eat. The hell with that. It can only be one space for one person of color. Now, fuck that. No, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean to curse. Everybody gonna eat. We're gonna subscribe to everybody, and we ain't gonna show no hate. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing. They take you guys things like these entertainment shows on TV. They take you guys stuff, you guys content, you guys research, all of you guys.
Oh, child.
And even some of them mimic you guys' personality.
Hold on, child. You're not saying nothing. I'm not gonna say no names with this one, but I've seen, not even entertainment, I've seen some white channels, YouTubers taking our stuff over here, and then they're monetizing off of it and getting quadruple the views. Like, no cap. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Even your personality, even the way you talk, even the way y'all move, they take it and they act like they're all the originators of it. It's happening over and over again, and we don't see it. And we see it, but we don't do anything about it because we always rely back to that old slave mentality that there could only be one great one, and when that's not true.
All right. Thank you, caller. We got to take some more calls, Bill. Thank you so much. Bye.
You welcome.
All right. Let's take another call. 954-7317. You live on the air.
Hey, how you doing? I'm on.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just want to say congratulations because I've been watching you for a while and I've been seeing you grow. I see you at 65,000 right now.
Yeah, shout out to that.
I just want to say, yeah. But I want to say that I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have you on subscribed and I hit the bell and I be looking for your videos all day long. And I swear to you, there'll be days when you have videos that come on and I won't get the notification until like hours after the video is complete and done. Even your lives, sometimes I don't get the notifications until the lives are like finished.
That's crazy.
So sometimes I think it's kind of like a conspiracy sometimes because, like you said, like you have people subscribe to you, then they get unsubscribed. So I just think that when it comes to black people starting YouTube channels, and when they see that you're growing, they try to limit that. They don't want too many black people taking over especially young entrepreneur like black people taking over the YouTube scene. They rather give it to the white and than the Latino crowd.
Okay.
Because they don't want new people like you getting big and getting views and things like that.
But why not?
Also,
like, what's the
thing,
issue? But I'm trying to feel like, but why? What would that do?
The thing is because they're just like everything else. They try to limit the black face when it comes to accomplishment. They want to choose. They want to pick and choose who are the people with the most views when it comes to black people on YouTube. They don't want it just to be anyone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I also do believe another part of it is that as far as like black people who are not celebrities, it's very hard for you guys to get views because you guys are so limited to your viewers. It's hard for a white and Latino crowd to watch you. One, because of your skin color. They would rather watch YouTubers like the Ace Family or some goofy nonsense that makes no sense. Some of these white YouTubers have no personality. They're like boring as hell, but get 300,000 views in one day. But you have great personality, you have great content, but at the same time, they will not come to your YouTube channel. Latinos and white people will not watch you, Armand. And then when it comes to black people would rather watch the celebrities than you. They're not that supportive to you.
I don't know if that's true because I feel like I have a lot of white people that watch me. I think a lot of white people, I'll be honest with you, a lot of the white subscribers or a lot of my white subscribers are very supportive. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot. I mean, but it's not that many. And I got some Asian subscribers. You know, listen, don't get it twisted. A lot of the white people are with the shit. And I got a lot of white people during that Wendy Williams era. And they just stayed. You know?
But when I be looking at your comment sections, I be seeing mostly black folk in that comment section.
It's like, majority black women. But I can't say that white people don't watch. You know what I'm saying? Because they do. But I get what you're saying, and I don't know. It's just I just don't think that we are being pushed through the algorithm enough. I just don't because there's some videos that I'm like, why am I seeing this? I don't want to see this, and I've hit not interested, not like I keep saying like that Sweetie video, like okay, the van life girl. I never in my life watched van freaking live in my car videos. Why was I being fed her video every day? I was literally being fed her channel every day for like 3 months straight. I'm like, why do they keep until I finally watched it?
And then when it comes to your channel, I literally have to go on YouTube and look to see if you posted new. I literally have to click on your YouTube channel sometimes just to see the new video. It does not even notify me, and that's crazy. That doesn't make no sense. And this is Hennessy and Hip Hop, by the way. You always. What's up?
Shout out to you.
I've been supporting you. You didn't know if I was a girl or a boy. I thought you said I was a girl one time.
I didn't know what you were.
I'm from South Florida. I've been trying to get all my homeboys on your channel. I've been trying to get everybody on your channel. Sometimes I'll have even because I'm a straight male, and sometimes I'll have your channel on the big screen at my house, and then all my homeboys will be like, "Man, why you watching this dude? Why you watching this dude?" I'm like, "Bro, this dude's entertaining as fuck." Like,
well, shout out to the straight man.
You literally all the way.
Now listen. Let me find out if you're a real straight man. Do you watch The Real?
The Real?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't watch The Real. I don't really watch too much TV.
You watch The Housewives?
No, you know what? I used to watch like the first season of Housewives of Atlanta, but like the first and second season. But like to be honest, I don't even really watch TV no more. Like literally, the only thing I really do is watch like YouTube channels, and you're like the main YouTube channel I be watching. It's because like you're entertaining as fuck.
Okay.
So it's like I watch you.
You watch Basketball Wives?
Nah, I don't watch. You know why I don't really watch those shows like that? Because I'm so sick and tired of just seeing black women acting like 14-year-old little girls and scratching each other's face up and throwing.
No, I'm just trying to make sure you was really straight, because I didn't, because straight men don't. A lot of straight men don't really watch that stuff. So I was trying to, because
No. You know how I know how. Okay, here's how I can tell you I'm straight. I'm straight because I remember you said this. I remember you said that like I'll see like a girl, like let's say there's a girl that I'll bash her. By the end of the day, I'll sit back and be like, yeah, I'll still fuck.
Okay.
You said like you said that if there was a guy that bashed a girl and he never mentioned anything good about her, then he's gay.
That's true. Is that not true?
But I could. That's true. That's true. Because I can hate on the girl. But as soon as she turn around and I see that booty, I'm like, yeah, I'll hit that.
You definitely straight,
man.
You straight.
Yeah.
You straight. You didn't call it a hiney. You said that booty. Okay. You didn't call it that little derriere. Nice and plump.
Nah, but just let you know, man. I'm trying to get like all my friends on your channel, man. Like I'm trying to like, cause they're, of course, I'm just gonna be honest. They're kind of off, like not really like trying to get into it just because you're a gay male. But I'm trying to get them on it because it's not even about gay or straight. You just have like raw, good, funny content.
Thank you.
And like I just think I honestly believe you're gonna make it, Armand. Like literally,
thank you.
Keep doing your thing. You're gonna get a show one day. And I always tell you, I'm telling you, one day someone is gonna come up with a YouTuber reality TV show, and that shit will be fire as hell. They have like you, Tasha K, Lovely T, all these people on this reality show, like going
we'll
at
be
it.
Getting into it.
Yeah, that'll be one of the most entertaining things on TV if they put the YouTubers on there. But of course, you have these celebrities coming on YouTube trying to take the shine from you guys, and if there ever is a YouTube reality show, it's gonna be them on there instead of you guys, because you know they're gonna try to take all the bag because they don't want y'all to get none of y'all bags.
Okay,
it's
thank
crazy.
you. Thank you, Hennessy and Hip Hop. Yes, and thank you for always donating, because you're the one who always be in the chat. You always chat with at least $1.99. I'm like, that dude or whoever that is, that's how they comment. Listen, that racks up. You must got a good job.
I remember someone tried to get on me in your comment section talking about, oh, I'm just wasting money. Nah, I like my comments to be in that blue, that green, that orange. I like my comments to stand
I like
out.
your comments to stand out too, nigga. All right, thank you.
But yeah, man. All right,
have a good one. Bye. Make them comments stand out, okay? Show me something. Where the bread at, nigga? Okay? Real niggas spend money. Okay? That nigga don't watch the real. That nigga don't watch. That nigga said, who is OG? Okay, I'm stop. Okay, stop playing. 305-7300.
Hey, Armand.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, oh my God, I probably got in again. What's up with you?
Nothing, trying to see what's going on with you.
Girl, it's all right. So we just want to talk about the YouTubers, right? About black YouTubers.
Yes.
Show, right? Okay. See, here's my thing, because I watch a lot of like YouTube clips and stuff. We see Candace, my radio.
It's a lot going on in the background.
It's a lot. And girl, someone on the bus. Hold on. We get on things here. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I'm on the train, girl.
Okay.
So I watch a lot of y'all, and like, here's my thing. I feel like if we're gonna like to pick it between like the content y'all create, like prime example, like I put like you, Tasha, Candace, Lovey T, Mob Radio, Impressive, Comical Speaks. I put y'all on. Okay, y'all all focus on like black celebrities, the celebrity drama that's going on normally. That when it hits, y'all already on it. But then I look at YouTubers like Keisha and the Petty Page. Who else?
I can't hear nothing. Call me when you get home. Okay? 608-3016. You're live on the air.
Hey, Armand. How's it going?
What's going on?
Well, nothing much. I'm just
this
sitting
is
here
Lisa?
watching the. Yeah.
Oh, hey, girl. What's going on?
Hey, nothing much. So, coming from one content creator to another.
Yes.
I see a lot in the chat going on, and people are like, well, just click the bell and make sure you hit all notifications and all of this stuff. I don't think people understand what happens in the background. So I think we need to educate them.
Okay.
I don't care how many times how many people you have subscribed. On average, YouTube is only going to send your notifications out to at most 19 to 20% of your subscribers. So even if you hit the bell to get all notifications, I don't even get all of your notifications. I've been hit the bell and I'm a member. Been a member from the very beginning of the membership.
Yes.
So the algorithm, however, the interesting thing is I will get multiple notifications for different white YouTubers. I'm in the spiritual community. I may or may not be subscribed to them. Some of them I might be subscribed to, but I don't have my bell notifications on to get them all. I get every last notification that they've dropped something. I get every last notification that they're live. So there's something to the algorithm that is keeping certain channels. It's like we're throttled. It's a real thing. And I don't care what sector you're in. You could be giving up the best content, but I could name some people that are like racially ambiguous, we'll just say, in the spiritual sector, in the, like the tarot sector and whatnot, that have blown up.
Yes. Hold on, Lisa. We're going to get to
ambiguous.
that. Hold on. I want to clear this. First of all, because Sean said he had to go. Shout out to Sean Davey Wavy. Follow his YouTube channel. Shout out to him. Thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Hennessy and Hip Hop says, this chat is messy as F. I was not flirting just like this man content. See, this the thing. What y'all not going to do, and this is a whole nother video, but y'all have to stop making comfortable straight men feel gay because they're cool with gay people. This is why straight men don't F with gay people. And if it's the gay boys in the chat saying he flirting, this is why straight people don't want to show that they like us. Not like that. But even if they liked us like that, they don't want to feel like they can tell us they like us like that because y'all trying to put them on blast. Women and men, y'all got to stop that. If a man is like, yo, I rock with you and you a gay boy, like, let the nigga rock. As long as he ain't asking on no weird shit, the nigga stay. He's been here from the beginning. Let the nigga rock, please. And he's a good donator. Don't come over here and messing up my shit. Block them niggas on that bullshit. If they making the people feel uncomfortable in the comments, we getting rid of that. We don't want that. This is not supposed to be that kind of live tonight, okay? We supposed to be coming together and figuring out a plan. All right, back to Lisa. Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't like that.
No, I don't like it either. But anyway, that's another show.
Yes.
So the point is that no matter what, it is the algorithm that's stacked against us. And it's the racially ambiguous folks and, melanin deficient people that seem to rise to the top.
Yes.
And this Van girl stuff, she's a total plant. And anybody who couldn't see that, I mean, she was a plant. There was no way that Van girl, ain't nobody checking for no woman living in a van. First of all, she ain't looking like me, looking like you. She ain't living in no damn van. Come on now. That was a complete, utter plant. So
let me tell
YouTube will push what YouTube wants to push.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember when we were talking, because I had the Spirit Lounge and you have how would you describe your channel? Heart of Inspiration, Lisa, because I don't want to misconstrue it.
So it's astrology and tarot with a lot of energy, intuitive stuff.
Okay. So right. So it's like spirituality, tarot, astrology, intuitive, okay. Psychic, yes. And all that kind of stuff and meditation. So
right.
So remember I was on the phone with you and I was like, girl, I just typed in black tarot readers and it was nothing but black people. And I'm like, Lisa, how are they able to group us into knowing who's black? Because I don't remember when I signed up for my Google account, I put I was black. Do you remember when we had that conversation?
I remember that. So look at it this way. If they can sit here and through audio tracking, see whether or not there's cuss words or whatever words being said in your audio, they can darn for sure track who's on the video. So they can delineate it that way. So there's a reason why, if you click, like if somebody were to click any of the beauty stuff, so I'll watch some other beauty channels that are black beauty YouTubers, but then all of a sudden I get all the white beauty YouTubers mixed in. Why? Because I clicked on something for beauty, and now all of a sudden the black beauty YouTubers are pushed down to the side. And sometimes, honestly, some of us do tag that, and we'll put that in our meta tags in the bottom specifically. Some of us will.
Okay.
So, yeah, but it's all about the algorithm, and it is definitely meant to keep us in a certain space. We don't grow as fast. We don't accelerate. We don't get notified or, recommended nearly. And we'll put out the same content or better content than our white counterparts.
And I noticed that, and I know, and that was the whole idea. Whether we all got along or not, it was just like, I mean, it's just crazy when I see channels that are, or even me, or if I'm at 65,000, and then me and another channel is doing the same video, and they got 1,000 people, and I have the same amount of views as them. That's very interesting. Or if I have the same amount of views as a channel with 305 or something thousand subscribers, that should not be.
Right, exactly. I'll go up against channels that have fewer subscribers than I do. I'm not a huge channel right now, but I'll go up against channels that have fewer subscribers than me and will have very similar titles, very similar descriptions. Everything is optimized. What they're saying is not even remotely close to as deep or intense or whatever as what I'm putting out there, and their stuff gets twice, 3 times, 4 times as many views, and all of a sudden they've catapulted past me. You've seen my set. I've got a whole set. I've got a good camera. I have good quality. I got sound quality, everything. I put out a good quality product. And it's hard to stay in that algorithm. It's hard to get noticed and then stay in the algorithm, especially when I'm only getting recommended. The best ones are the best notifications I've ever gotten are 19% to my subscribers. Our subscribers all the time tell me I didn't get notifications. So now I got to put it out on Twitter, put it out on IG. So hopefully people see me everywhere, know that I'm going live. It's crazy. So
hold on,
that's
you can stay on. We can keep you on. Hold on. Let's see. Let's take this other call. You're from another country. Yes. I don't know where this area code is from, but how are you? Okay. You're not there. All right. So it's just me and you, Lisa, on the line right now. Somebody just called in, but they just hung up. Let me read what Travis said. He said her pappy brought her that raggedy Cracker Jack Scooby Don't van, and she's so whitewashed. Child, I need some flavor. Okay, let me tell you about that girl. I don't really know that girl, but I know that she is from, oh my God, how do I say it? What's the name of it? I mean, it's up here in California. It's the tech area. What is it? Something Valley?
Silicon Valley.
She's from Silicon freaking Valley. Where Google, YouTube headquarter corporate is. So I would, and her dad, I think, worked in tech or worked for Google. So I wouldn't be surprised if they set up and said, okay, listen, we're going to try an experiment and you're going to go down there and listen, because we want YouTube to look like this. So we're going to start pushing the content that we want. You remember there was a boy, I forget his name, but he even actually did a whole breakdown on YouTube with these corporate drama channels now. There's like the Spill TV or Spill and Phil and Dale. Like it's all these corporate cartoony drama channels that got 1 million subscribers in 9 months or 2 million or something, like in a matter of like weeks. And they get millions and millions of views, and it's just a little avatar, and they're this whole little avatar community. Dale, Spill, Phil. And I'm like, what is this?
Yes. Well, see, what people have to understand. Yes,
D'Angelo,
YouTube, right?
he's good.
YouTube
he breaks it down. Go ahead.
YouTube was just supposed to be like a sharing thing, and all that kind of thing. And then it turned into what it is now with independent content creators. But YouTube has consistently lost money pretty much since it was created. Once Google purchased it a few years ago, Google's like, we're about that bag. So now YouTube has to make money. Mm-hmm. That's why we've got all these different things in place now where they can just snatch your channel if they don't feel like it's commercially viable, all of these things. And the whole thing with the kids, there's two things with the kids things. They were making a whole lot of money with those kids videos, right? But they thought they were above the law and being able to put out all the ads in front of these children.
Yeah.
So YouTube, instead of, they're like, well, we're going to take the L, so now everybody got to take the L. But
Yes.
YouTube, at the end of the day, they're all about the bag now. This has to be in the black. And that's why the celebrities and all this, they don't want it to be just for us anymore.
Yeah.
They don't want it to be for the entrepreneur. Too many of us are making too much money, and people don't like it. So that's just the bottom line.
Okay.
In the discussion, they want it to be this way.
Let's see. Caller from
I don't know.
another country. Hello. What is 6008? Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mike. How are you doing? All right?
Yes. Where are you from? Africa?
Spain.
Oh, Spain. Sorry.
Right. Actually, they tried to pick up, just a slight delay, so that's why I couldn't get on earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, Makano, I like the topic, and I'm quite interested in sort of understanding other people's views. From what I can see, I look at it that most people really think that platforms like this, like YouTube, Facebook, and all that, is like it's a government establishment, but it is actually private. So if you look at it, their policies and their strategies and their algorithms, or whatever you want to call it, obviously they're going to target it to sort of meet what they want to achieve in terms of the profit and all that. So when group of people like, say, the blacks or Hispanics sort of sit around and complain and say, oh, we're not getting this, we're not receiving notifications, and we're not getting equal views, obviously that's not going to happen, because the owners of the platform, they're going to set up their platform in such a way that it's going to sort of cater to the audience and the people that they want to benefit from.
Yes.
So what do you think about that?
No, I agree. I think that makes sense. Lisa, what do you think?
Well, I would say it's fair.
Agree with that.
Yeah, I would say that is. Yeah, I would say that is fair enough, because if you look at the ideologies and the sort of philosophies around business, you need to optimize it to the best possible options that you got. And if you look at the population, I think we can agree that there's a lot more of the whites than the others.
So what do you think we can do about this?
Well, I would rather challenge ourselves to say, how long are we going to tolerate this for us to be able to, start up something of our own?
Oh, but then that's a whole nother can of worms, because while that's a great conversation, I mean, even though we have 600 people on here, that's still nowhere near the amount of people that we need on here to hear this. And then from that point to actually make action, you know what I'm saying? Like most people, just absorb stuff and move on within like 5 seconds. People are not going to, then it goes down to the particular, people. Like, I don't feel like black people we support enough. Like, I want to move into more of a podcast direction. However, I'm going to have to slowly transition, because I know as much as the people love me, and I got 65,000 people on here, I know all of them niggas is not going to come listen to me on iTunes. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
They're going to be like, Armand, we love
which
you.
Is really sad.
We'll see you when you get back to YouTube, if you ever come back. If not, we'll just find somebody else to watch.
Exactly. Which is really sad. I mean, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't support enough of our own.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Hello.
I was just saying we don't support enough of our own, and then when we do, I mean, this is the way it is and throughout all of entertainment. If you look at back when Dame Dash and those folks, Ja Rule, all those folks were going to start their own label, their distribution. We could start our own labels as much as we want to. But the minute they were going to start their own distribution company, all of a sudden everybody gets locked up or shut up.
Right.
So it's stacked against us to a great degree. So it's like you're fighting against all sides and is fighting against the reason why we were brought here in the first place, which wasn't to be part of the mainstream. That wasn't why we were brought here in the first place, if we just want to be real about that. But, it would take a lot, and unfortunately, I don't think that enough people have enough tenacity to start. Like, we should be able to start our own. Why can't we have our own? But not enough people are going to say, well, it's black, and so maybe I'm not going to go over there because it's janky, it's this, it's that, because we don't support our own excellence.
However,
but do you think that's a big problem, though?
Okay.
Yeah, do you think that's a big problem, though, because of that? We are scared, sort of afraid to jump into something new territories?
I think so. I mean, think we're scared, but I think people are scared because of experience. I don't think that they're necessary. I wouldn't, like, for me, I'll speak for myself. I wouldn't be afraid to jump into new territories because I wouldn't, like, it's not that I haven't done it. It's because I've done it and I've seen what has happened. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen how people could, like one of the callers said earlier tonight, I've seen how some of my people could be so very fickle. And I've even seen, how, the fake outrage, where we're all rah-rah now, but as soon as this live ends and we go about our merry lives, then we forget this conversation ever happened.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. But yeah, thank you for your call. Shout out to Spain. What time is it there?
Really true. Thank you very much. It's about 5:30.
Is this your 5:30 in the morning or PM?
Yeah, morning.
Oh, wow. What are you doing up? You going to work?
Well, just getting ready.
What do you do for a living?
Hell.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant. Wow. So you play with numbers. Are you a Google accountant? Are you a spy?
No, not something like that.
Are you married? How old are you? Lisa's single.
Oh. 53.
Oh, Lisa? Oh, are you into men or women?
Oh, women.
Oh.
Men or women?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Anyway, thanks for picking me up.
Lisa's single. Yes, in Spain. And listen, and he's 53, Lisa.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come back again and just share with the family.
Yes. Oh, okay. Come back and see us again.
Thanks.
Make sure you subscribe.
Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
He's got a little coin too, Lisa. Oh yeah, I heard it all in this voice.
Yeah, he does, but he said the family, so now I gotta wonder.
Oh. Is he on the DL? Is this a guilty pleasure? He thought I was gonna twerk, or do you think that is he cheating on the family? What family is he with? Like not a mother, wife and kids, right? Or you mean like his?
I have to ask. I don't know. Now I have to ask. I have to ask. He quickly said the family, though, when you said I was single, and then we found out he's the right age range. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I could peep that quick.
Okay.
But I'll go overseas. Oh, let me just shut up.
Well, pull a card for that and tell us what it said.
Stay your butt stateside. That's what it said.
All right. Let me take one more at least, and then we might have to get out of here. Okay, 323-0274. You're live on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh my God, you actually answered?
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry, I'm truly shocked. Sorry, I watch you all the time, and I'm like in the car right now, really shocked that you actually like picked me up. Anyway, I was just thinking that I really think that people of color in general, like, and especially like amongst like, Black people, I think the important thing, if we did want to create our own platforms, like aside from YouTube, like going away from that, like we would have to create an actual coalition that's made up of, accountants, of, business folks. Like this is really important. These are the things that people gotta, we have to come together. We can't just have like societies of like only, business folks, only, the historians. No, we have to create something where all these people can come together and we create a platform for people of color.
Mm-hmm.
Something like, and I don't want to put his name out there, but like, you know, Bill Cosby was going to have his own network and they took him down. And yeah, maybe he did do those things, but when you're trying to gain something, you know, like an actual, and people of color actually have their own voice, like that's when they always want to tear you down. That's why it's so important that we create a coalition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like a group of us, educated people, should create a coalition. It doesn't matter if you're Black, Asian, whatever, but it has to be directed towards just people of color, creating something that we can, you know, show what we want to see,
Mm-hmm.
not just have these white execs control everything.
Yes.
That's, you know, and it's going to take some time, and there are people trying to do it, but we need to take it more to a national level,
Mm-hmm.
in all honesty. And I feel like the YouTubers, especially the Black YouTubers, y'all should really try to, like, come together and create it. Like, Lovely T, you know, I know you don't like Tasha, but, you know, y'all, all of you have voices, and everybody I know loves you guys. If y'all were to just come together, you know, and just say, fuck it, you know, let's put our differences aside and do this for the greater good of people, for our people, I really think that would say something.
Yeah, but there would have to be a lot to be put aside. There'd have to be a lot of conversations had. There'd have to be, you know, egos put to the side. There'd have to be a lot of stuff put to the side. I don't know if that will ever happen. However, you know, you can never say never. I don't know, but I agree. I see what you're saying, you know. However, what I do notice, and somebody said this earlier, and I even noticed it in like even the mukbang channel, like they're not so pressed about, you know, going back and forth or acknowledging a channel that's smaller than them. I know for our sector, you know, it's very much so that, girl, if you're not on my subscriber level, I won't acknowledge you, or I won't shout you out, or I won't do, like, you know what I mean? But I know there's a lot of these other areas, they don't really look at that. Like, they will pull smaller content creators up. They will share, they will promote it, or they'll just acknowledge them publicly. You know, but I've noticed here that, you know, we don't do that. And I don't do it.
No, yeah,
I don't do it because it don't get done. You know what I mean? I'm very much so like this. Even if I ever became a celebrity, listen, the shit I went to go, how hard I had to claw my way to the top. I'm not giving out the game. And I understand why a lot of celebrities, and I understand why a lot of people in position don't really like to, you know, pull people up, because it was like, shit, nobody pulled them up. You know, so some people might feel that way, but, you know, I guess somebody does have to be the change. I just don't know if I could be the change. I would like to be, but I would have to do a lot of meditating and a lot of sitting with God, because, you know, it feels like, you know, I'm not going to work my butt off and then just hand you everything that I have. You know what I mean? When it's like nobody gave me anything.
I don't think it's so much that you're handing someone. I think it's that you guys would, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be you, it could be, you know, influencers, you know, Black influencers specifically. Yeah. I guess we're talking about that. You guys would have to, like, come. It's just one of those things. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. Even during any movement, people got to set aside their crap and look for the greater good. That's the only way things ever get done. You know, it's even with like a union. It takes forever to get a union created. But once the union has momentum, things get done, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, there's always going to be sacrifice. There's always going to be a sacrifice. That's just what it is. But in the end, that's what it takes, you know? When Cosby was trying to build that network, he knew people were going to come for him. Mm-hmm. You know, he knew that, but he didn't think it was going to be like this.
Thank you, caller.
She's got a great point. She has a great point, and that is the problem, though, is that someone in the chat was talking about, a lot of people are talking about collaborations, and how come Black YouTubers tend not to do as many collaborations. And then if somebody does do a collaboration, then all of a sudden everybody's in the chat saying, oh, you're just clout chasing. Like, you could even show up in somebody's live chat that has a larger channel than you, Armand, and all of a sudden there's all these people that are saying, oh, well, he's just clout chasing. Well, why do you have to be clout chasing to be supporting? Why do you have to be clout chasing to be openly supporting and be, collaborating or working together? That's a problem that we're always side-eyeing each other. This is even bigger than just, white YouTubers and non-Black YouTubers, right? Because why are we always side-eyeing each other? And that, yes, we should all work for it. Nobody should just come and have a handout. So there's two sides to that. You have a lot of people that are just come looking for a handout and they don't want to put anything into it. And then they just want to ride your coattail. And then there's those people who
that
really
are putting in the work that
work
just need
together.
the extra push that could use the handout. And that's where and those people, I agree. I think they should be pushed, but there are people that do have bigger platforms that are larger, that they're not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. And then at the same time, it's almost like, like you take me, the history that I've had, it's kind of like, I would much rather, at this point, do I even want a handout? Because let's just say, not even a handout. Let's just say, someone shared my video and maybe I got 2,000 subscribers and that was it. And people noticed that, maybe I got to 70,000 subscribers. So maybe by the time that I get to 100,000 subscribers, now, somebody's going to say, well, he only got to this point because such and such shared his video and got him to 70,000. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like people will try to, the haters will go on a spree of giving your success to other people when they know damn well that didn't happen. So the best way not to have your success attributed to someone else is just to get it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell you how many times, even to this day, people are trying to say, Tasha K made my platform. And it's like, come on. I didn't even have 10,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we are, 65,000 in, and you're mad because your shit's still not popping, but your rebuttal is, oh, Tasha K did it for you, And so it's like, who wants to hear that when it's, that's frustrating as well.
Exactly. So it's like the Black YouTube content creator, we're fighting against an algorithm that's already stacked against us, and then we're fighting amongst ourselves.
Right.
So it's even harder for us to attain this success because there's way too many, you named a lot of them today that should have already been well over, 1 million to 2 million to whatever subscribers, but it's been incredibly difficult for them to get to that level. And it shouldn't be that difficult because they're putting out quality content. They're putting out very quality content, but we have to stop fighting amongst ourselves before we can even think about conquering something else. That's my 2 cents on it. That's my Black Power, my Malcolm X today.
But now I will say, even though, like somebody just said, Perez has been doing this for a long time. I love him. Yeah, he was good. Now that's the kind of, like, while I love Perez, I don't watch all of his stuff, but I've noticed that his views are not that high either. And he has like 300,000 something, but he's not getting a lot of views either.
No, but honestly, like, no shade, but he comes a little bit late to the party sometimes. And also, it's weird because it's like, I'm not sure what I'm getting when I see his content. It's like, it's not authentic enough. There's not a real, like, he doesn't have a signature something that I can say, oh, okay, I come to him and I feel like I'm getting an authentic Perez.
Yeah.
So I think there's part of that too. Plus he's been, he's a Twitter person, and we all know that social media platform people, either you're a Twitter person or you're an IG person or you're Facebook or your YouTube. You don't cross platforms that often.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your IG followers over to YouTube to watch your YouTube content and vice versa. because they're very tied to that particular platform. So we have to spread ourselves thin over all platforms in order to try to get anything. So that could be it for him too, is that people are just not really checking for him on YouTube.
I was watching a girl, and then one thing I did notice too. Here's a little thing that I've noticed on YouTube for the people that do go live and for people that upload. I think you have to pick your poison, because I noticed if you're a live streamer, because there's some people that have a larger platform than me, right? And like they can, and I'm not even talking about this sector. They can be drama sector, whatever. They can do, if they typically do uploads, their uploads will do great numbers, right? But their live stream, either I'll get more live viewers than them, or we'll be right at the same amount, but they have way more subscribers than me. But if I try to do an upload, that upload is not going to hit. That upload ain't going to do nothing for me. Like my uploaded content does not really hit. I have to do live streams in order to get things moving. So I think that's the thing too. Like YouTube throws you an algorithm of either you're a live streamer or you're a, I don't know what it's called, uploader. I don't know. But it's like you got to pick your poison with that as well, because you do one or the other. And then once you get into an algorithm, that's where they decide to throw you at. Like it's something interesting.
Yes. They keep you in that genre. They keep you there. So there's that too. There's a lot to this YouTube game, and I don't think that people that aren't content creators, no matter what size your platform is, they might not realize just all the different things that we have to consider when we're creating content.
Absolutely.
They don't think about all these different things. And like you were saying before about not showing your face, and we've talked about this before. There's a lot of times I don't want to get all dialed up to get on camera, but if I don't, because people are used to seeing me on camera, I don't get the level of engagement, I don't get the level of views as when my face is on camera.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot to think about with that. So it's a lot to it.
All right, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. I mean, I didn't realize the time went by that damn fast, Lisa. But goodness, these are the kind of conversations that I actually like. I actually enjoyed this one, and I hope no one took offense to what I said. But I mean, I just thought we were being kind of open about Black YouTube. I love all the content creators for what they do, especially the ones in our sector. Shout out to each and every one of them. You know what I mean? That's doing their thing. So I hope, by us name dropping, we did name drop a few people today. Hopefully they didn't feel any kind of way or take it personal, because I wasn't trying to throw any shade. But again, like I was going to say, I know this one chick, she got like 167,000 or 102, almost 200,000. There's this YouTuber. It's like I'm trying not to go on and say no names, but I mean, it's like 800 views, 1,600. I'm like, huh? Like, are these a bunch of dead accounts? But there's consistent posting here.
Well, you don't want to. There is another whole game that people play, and I have to side eye you if you're not getting that many views and you got all these subscribers. Where did they come from?
Yeah. Okay.
How did they get there?
I'll be real with you. I know there's because a lot of people now, there's a lot of people that now see, this is the views game too, because there's a lot of games with that. Now, subscribers is expensive to buy. They're like $100 for like 75 subscribers. Like, it's something astronomical. So I don't really think people are really out here buying thousands or buying subscribers at the thousands, because it's very expensive. And I'm telling you, I looked at all this shit. Now I know some people use backlinks to try to get their videos posted through Google, like on the back end. But that could be expensive too. Like, you could pay like $75 to get an additional 200 something views. And, I'm like, I'm not paying $100 just to get 200 views. Like, I'd be damned, But then I remember I told you, I showed you the site where, you can buy live views. So I don't know, like so I do side eye some of them people that all their viewers, it literally stays the same, or like somehow they just have these astronomical numbers out of just, if they just are not known for that. I'm like, okay, some of these people are buying, like, I didn't know that you could buy live views, but you could buy any kind of, you can buy likes, you can buy stationary views, you can buy live views, you can buy all that, like, you can buy that stuff. Like, don't get it twisted. And a lot of people, but at the same time, you think about it. Should you buy it? Would it be better for you to buy it so then you can at least trick the algorithm into, and people subscribe, because people will subscribe to you, or they're more likely to click on there if there's a larger viewer count, or people are more likely to subscribe to you if they feel like you get a large amount of views.
Right. And sometimes some of these people, I've noticed, some of the people I'm subscribed to, where supposedly YouTube is scrubbing dead emails or something, or emails that haven't been on your channel. Well, I have different Google accounts, right? So I have one separately for my channel and one separately for other stuff before I got a channel. And I know I'm subscribed to particular people on both. And I have not used my personal email to go on YouTube in forever.
Right.
But my subscribership is still there. So I think you can grow to a certain point, and I feel like YouTube doesn't take subscribers from you nearly at the same rate as they do other channels when they're scrubbing for these dead subscribers. So, they could have, maybe that particular channel got known for something, and then they've changed their content. So now they're not getting as many views on their content as they were before, what they grew to and what they got known for.
Yeah.
So it could be that too.
And here's
$167,000, that'd be a lot to buy.
Yeah. But I'll tell these people, anybody that's out there that's thinking, maybe I'll buy some subscribers. Maybe I'll buy. Listen, I'll tell you guys, the people that I bought, I'll never buy. The reason why I don't want to buy, and I wouldn't advise buying, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But this is the reason why I wouldn't do it. Because I feel like I want my verification badge when I hit 100,000, and I want my YouTube plaque. And I feel like YouTube, they do an evaluation on your channel before they give you that to see if you've purchased or to see if you've had anything faulty with your channel, and you could be disqualified. And so I read that somewhere, and so that scared me. So I'm like, I'm not buying nothing. I thought about it though. I'm like, damn, when I first started, I'm like, maybe I should just buy 1,000 real quick. But I never did, because I was like, I don't want to get to 100,000 and then I don't get my verified, I don't get my plaque. I'm a fill away. Right.
It's not worth it in the end. And you could get to that point, if they discover it, they will snatch your channel.
Yeah.
They will snatch it for buying subscribers. So it's just, to me, it's just not worth it at the end of the day. You'd rather earn it than, even if nobody else knew, you would know that you didn't really earn this.
Right.
So, it's not worth it.
That's me. And you know me, and see, that's when and that's why I'm the way that I am about, I'm very adamant about nobody made me. You know what I mean? Because when I get to that point, I'm very proud to be able to say, even with all the things that have happened through YouTube and even discussions like this, I'm very proud to say, hey, you know what? I figured this stuff out with the help of some of my friends, but for the most part, no one had to share me. I went through the plateau. I went through the losing of subscribers. I went from 0. I went through all this. I didn't have any handouts. You know what I mean? No one taught me it. Like, me and you, we will sit and talk to each other and buy equipment, take equipment back, order stuff. We test and trial. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you know what it's like.
Yeah.
So we talk behind the scenes, and and you'll call me like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just trying some shit out. You know what I mean? And so I love that, because, I literally sit and do this when I'm not on camera. I'm still in this chair. Just the mic is like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and so I get real sensitive about that. But I take great pride in knowing that, I can stand tall and say, I'm where I'm at on my own 2 feet. You know what I mean? So I really like that. Yeah. So I feel good about that. So that's I like that. And so, no, despite the algorithm or whatever is going on, it does feel good when you're growing against the odds. And so that's another reason why you don't want to buy, because you want to be able to sit up in here and talk your shit. You can't talk your shit when you know that you didn't really do it honest, whether you bought or whether you didn't, or whether you were pulled all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes, exactly. And it's worth it at the end of the day.
All right, Lisa, I'm gonna let you go, love. It's late. I'm tired. But I'll call you tomorrow. Heart of Inspiration is where you can find her for all your natal chart, tarot reading, spiritual healing, Reiki, all of that, right, Lisa?
Yes, thank you, Armand. Heart of Inspiration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You have a great night, boo. Love you. Bye. Okay. All right. So I love y'all all. Shout out to everybody. I wasn't expecting this live to be as lit as it was tonight, but I think this was a good conversation. So make sure y'all all subscribe to the channel. While you're here, support a nigga. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys like more topics like this, let me know. Like I can do general like topics on everything, YouTube, everybody, if you guys want to open it up like that, if you guys like these kind of discussions, and you like me facilitating them, email me. Let me know, thearmandwiggenshow.com or thearmandwiggenshow at gmail.com if you would like to be a sponsor or anything like that. We got one. I'm so excited about having my first sponsor. I'm really supposed to put the damn sponsorship out yet. I just haven't done it. I'm waiting to do it because I want to make sure I'm going to do this interview next week, and I think I'm going to put it out with the interview. It's going to be exciting. But yeah, I finally got a sponsor, y'all. So shout out to the sponsor. Shout out to my team for getting that. But all right. So thank you guys for watching the channel. Please subscribe, email, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Uh-oh.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.